You know, there are some mornings where I can't believe just how many of these I've done and sent to you, honey. Happy 100th, I guess. Although, yeah, I've done some subsidiary videos to you before, so I know I'm over that already. Wanted to do something special, but I honestly don't even know how to greet you today. Because when I say welcome to Okinawa, well, we've already been in Okinawa Prefecture as part of Ishigaki. And we're coming up to Okinawa Island, yes, but I'm not even sure if this is Okinawa, the city, or if we're actually pulling into Naha, the capital. So, welcome either way. And for the occasion, I finally broke out this gaijin shirt to celebrate. I wonder if that's going to look kind of silly to everybody on land. I think it's only fair. They tend to wear English on their shirts. So why not, if I'm going to pretend to be a tourist, there's no pretending about it, I might as well dress the part myself and be sort of a mirror image of them. So there you are. Don't know what it's going to be like. They've been predicting rain for today, which is weird because the last few days have looked rainier than this, and I don't know what the predictions have been like, but they haven't explicitly spelled it out like today. And yet today we're getting sun, so I guess it's just like anywhere else in the world where if you don't like the weather, stick around, it'll change in 5 or 10 minutes. Don't know what to expect today, but just welcoming you to it. And I'll continue to fill you in as developments ensue. Until then, take care. And another morning ashore. Not much to relate at the first moment, as we just get out onto the dock and walk past a string of these buses. It's gotten to the point where I actually just sort of shrug and go, yeah, it's another typical day. I really should know better. This is not a typical day in my life, but for the purposes of this trip, yes it is. It's that running theme again. While we're waiting to get into Okinawa World, just wandering past all these vending machines. I haven't checked to see if they've got cool sun, but they do have smokes, which still blows my mind that that's available just right there. I guess they trust people not to get it if they are too young to smoke. Or maybe there is no too young here. I don't know. The entrance gate is built up to look like, she said, castle, which, again, I'm sure the locals are accustomed to, but still strikes us as unusual. Cherry blossom season is over here in Okinawa, but the hibiscus are in bloom. And some of them are really large. And just like Osaka, I have to take a picture of the shisa that are here. Welcome to Okinawa. I understand a snake museum is something of a warning. There's a lot of them that live here in Okinawa, and many of them aren't safe. I'm not sure about being proud of that, although, Sigmund, call your office. I'm not going to complain so much about being railroaded. There are a couple of spots where we're forbidden from going. Under the circumstances, I need some direction as to figure out how to get where I want to be. Yep, there's another place that's cordoned off. As long as it's a single direction, it makes it easier for me to find my way, even if that means that there's less in terms of options for me to play with. I don't really have that kind of time to play. This section reminds me of the demonstrations at it was Murano, right off of Venice last month. Although their equipment here looks a little more high-tech and less traditional arts type of thing. think about it, I probably should not go through here with my ice cream. I suppose that's one way to get good luck. And I probably could use a little more of it. So I'm having a bit of a mess and running kind of short on time in order to get back. Again, I have no perception of distance and time at this point. I wish I had a little bit more of the time and less of the distance. What are you gonna do? Gotta make my way to the bus at this point. I definitely am going to have to edit this down a bit. Went through the brewing area and the sake factory rather quickly, I'm afraid. Not that that's the sort of thing that would even attract us. I'm down to about 5 minutes before I'm supposed to be at the bus. And I'm getting through here and, oh boy. Plenty of shirts here. Would have been nice, but it's been a while since I had that turned into Japanese characters. Lots of gachapon, but not got the time for that. That will be for some other day, I think. Or perhaps some other place. Admittedly, the cave was fascinating, but it caused me to give short shrift to the rest of the park. A bit of a shame, but what are you gonna do? There's always more to see than you've got time for, frankly. Whether it's the buildings, or if it's the flora, and even, despite their smell, the fauna. It'll be interesting to see where we head next.